Hello, this is Tricia from Tricia's Cards and Crafts, and welcome to another of my Simple to Stepped Up on Sundays. Today I thought I borrowed a stamp set from my mother, so I thought I would do a session using this stamp before I have to give it back. This is the first one today that I'm going to show you, and then I'll explain how I did this one. I am going to swap the colours that I used on this one to the ones the same as I used on this card, only because I found some paper afterwards. After I'd made this card, I found the paper and I thought, well, that would be nice to make it in the same colour, using the same colours as I've got on the paper, the backing paper. So I'm going to change these colours around so that they'll be the same as this card. Okay, so here we go. This is the stamp set I'm using today. It's Happiest of Birthdays, and I'm using this stamp, and I put this one on the inside here. Now, the only problem that I found with this is because I'm using different colours, and because of that I'm using felt pens to colour in, they will dry quite quickly. Well, they seem to be dry too quickly for me. So I'm using my stamping platform. Stampin' Up do their own stamping platform, which is great, and it's probably better than this one, but this is the one that I've got, and I can't, because at the moment I can't really afford to buy another one, so I'm using this one. I've had this one quite a long time now, but with the stamping platform, the hinges come apart, so they've got hinges on the one side and you've also got hinges on the other side. So then if you wanted to do repeat stamping across a page, you can lift them up and move them across, which is brilliant, I think, and you can do the same thing going down. So this isn't necessarily one I would recommend, although it works fine for me to do what I wanted to do, especially today. But if you can, and you haven't got one and you want one, I would suggest, if you can afford it, to go for the Stamparatus or Stamparatus, or however you want to call it. I've put some paper down here because when I did it earlier on, I hadn't put any paper underneath, and because I'm pressing quite hard, there must have been some still ink on the actual felt pad that's underneath, and it came onto my card. So just to be on the safe side, I'm putting a piece of paper down now. Okay, so here's the card. I've already mounted the stamp on, and I'm putting this so that it's at about the 2 centimetre mark there, and I put the 2 magnets on to keep it there. Okay, so that's going to be printed out now on the front of my card. So I haven't got a lot of room just so that it'll fit into the screen, so I'm starting off with the navy blue, which is the Night and Navy, and doing wishing first. And all I do is just careful that I don't want to get it on any of the other letters, just on the ones that I'm on the word that I want to print out. So wishing, here we go, and then I'm going to do it this way just because it's easier for me, and I'm going to do it again because, if you can see, it's come out quite well, but it's not completely done, so I'm going to do it again. It's not quite as dark as I would like it. Just being careful when I get to the bottom part of the letter. There we go, and I'll take that down again. Just turn it over. There we go, and that's come out nice and dark now. So then we'll do the this colour, although the paper that I used on this one's Purple Posy, but I wanted it to come out a little bit darker, so I'm using the Highland Heather pen marker, I should say. These are the Stampin' Right markers, and you can get them in all the same colours as the papers and the inks that you can buy from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to do this one again as well. Move this over. Now, I think the green ink that I'm using, which is the I'm using the Bermuda Bay, and again it should have been no, not Calypso Coral. I have to find out. Coastal Cabana. This is the set of papers that I used to do the card. I will explain that a bit better. And this Coastal Cabana is the greeny colour, but I'm going to be using the Bermuda Bay, although the way this green is working, which is not very well, I could probably have got away with using. I thought this would be a little bit darker and come out a bit better, but I think the ink is going on this pen. So here we go. So Happiest is in this one, is Bermuda Bay, but it could just as easily be Coastal Cabana, which would match the paper. So, and you'll see now what I mean about the coverage isn't the best, but I think that has something to do with the fact that the ink must be drying up on this pen. Yeah, as you see, it's not quite there, so I'll have another go. Oops, wrong end. And it doesn't matter too much about the colour on the going over the different parts of the stamp, because it will wipe off, because it is water based. So if I use a wet wipe, it will bring the ink off. So here we go. There we go. So wishing you the happiest, and then we'll do the this is crushed curry. There we go. And I think I might only need, yeah, I only need the one for this one. And then the last one, this one is Calypso Coral. Oops. And this is a nice juicy pen too. I think this is one of the newer ones that I've got. There we go. Just go back over it again. There we go. And then down. There we go. And that one's come out quite well, but I might just go over this. Check. Whoops, wrong end. These pens have got our dual ends again, so you've got a brush tip on the one end and a fine point on the other, which is great if you're doing journaling for scrapbooks and things like that. They're lovely pens to use for those. Right, let's just try that again. Whoops. There we go. So that's the outside stamped, and then I'm going to put it back, turn it the other way around on the inside so that I can do the inside, the insert for my card. And again, this time I've used the It's Your Day, Enjoy It. Now I had to do this about 4 or 5 times altogether, so I'm going to see if I can find which is this one, Coastal Cabana, and we'll try and see if this one comes out a bit better. So we'll try this one and see how this works. So I've got It's Your Day, in the yeah, that came out a lot better. So I'll do it again, just hopefully just darken the colour a little bit. Here we go. There we are, that's much better. And I'll use the crushed curry again to do Enjoy It. There we go. There we go. So that's the inside card done. So I'll just leave those on there. I'll clean it up in a minute. So we've got the inside of the card and the outside of your card. Now what I did with this one to finish it off, I mean, you can leave it as it is. I think it looks quite effective as it is, but all I did was I used the fine point ends and I just did some little petal shapes. Could have done it with the other end, and then I just coloured them in with the other end. And I did that with, I'm going to use the Coastal Cabana for this one. Seem to be give a better colour, and it doesn't look much different to the Bermuda Bay that I used when I stamped. And then I've got the purple, whoops, I think it just finishes it off. And again, this corner. There we go. And then I just use the crushed curry to join them up, and I just used a squiggly line, because at least that way it looks as though it's supposed to be squiggly instead of trying to do a straight line and it coming out wobbly. So, and it's easier for me anyway to try and draw it at the same direction on the card, so I just turn the card around. There we go. So that's how I finished it off. So I'm not going to decorate the envelope. I didn't decorate the envelope for the other one. So those are the cards that I've made. Oops. And again, it's easy if you've got a stamping platform, because you do often need to go over it more than once with the colours. And I did try doing it with this one, I think it was. I tried doing it all, colouring them all in, but I had to go back over them again a few times, so it's just as easy to do one word at a time. Okay, so those are the cards that we've made today. With this one, I've used, as I said, this is the Playing with Patterns Designer Series paper. This pack of 48 6x6 cut pieces of different colours and patterns on the papers. Some nice colours and patterns, and I thought it would be nice to use the colours from the paper onto the cards as well. So I then mirrored the paper's colours on the front of the card. I used the Stitched So Sweetly dies to cut out the aperture that I used, made it into a frame for the card, and then I stuck it on to the front of the card. I lifted it up, I put some dimensionals to lift it up, and then I've used some old these are the faceted dots, the 2019 to 21 in colour faceted dots, but I think they are retired now. I don't think we're selling those anymore, but I used the it doesn't say what colour. I think that was supposed to be terracotta tile, but I think it looks quite good with the coastal cabana anyway, so there we go. That's what I used. I hope you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you might want to have a go maybe with your own set of stamps at something like this. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up please below, and if you'd like to see more videos, please click on the subscribe button, and if you click on the little bell icon, it will notify you when I post another video. If you want any of the materials that I've used, you can find them on my online shop, which is at Tricia's Cards and Craft.stampinup.net, and and if you'd like to leave a comment, you can leave one below, or you can email me at triciascardsandcrafts@yahoo.com. Okay, thanks again for joining me today, and hopefully I'll see you again soon. Bye.